Welcome back, troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. Today, we have a little bit more of a serious topic that kind of hits close to home for me because I almost fell victim to this as well. I'm actually a little bit late reporting on this story, but I first found it when I happened to tune into Robert Baker's live stream last night. And I saw in his description that he couldn't believe this happened. Ken had his channel hacked and deleted, and that he was looking for some support to rebuild his channel. I'll be honest, at first I didn't know who that was, but then once I clicked on his new channel, I was like, oh, okay, you've definitely seen this guy's videos before. I would say his two most memorable are right here, and he has re-uploaded them. How to spot a fake Gibson, how to spot a fake Fender. Those videos used to have like over 100,000 views. And he had 50,000 subscribers, and it took him 9 years to build it up. And the fact that he lost it all had me worried. I wanted to know how he lost that, because my YouTube channel is my life. I wake up, I get my kids doing what they need to do, make sure my wife's good with them, and then I go down to work probably for a good 12 hours every day. It's a constant grind for me, but I do it out of the love of the guitars. So my first thoughts were, how did this happen and how can I help? Because, you know, our YouTube guitar community, I'd say we're pretty tightly knit. Even though technically every guitar YouTuber is a competitor, Philip McKnight in his live stream, I think a week or so ago, put it very greatly.
Is that when Greg just said, you know, I didn't have to mention Trogly. What's great is I understand what he's saying. He's saying, hey, look, he knows that I may not want to put focus on another channel. But I do. Here's why. Your local music store that teaches guitar lessons, they're not fighting with other guitar lesson studios. They're fighting with the karate shops. And again, nothing against karate. They're fighting with the dance shops. They're fighting with the other things that people can put their disposable money into. And so, although, you know, you do have to be aware that you have competitors in your own industry, you have to understand that you're competing outside your industry. And sometimes those industries are a lot bigger. The reason I tell you that speech is to remind you this. I would rather you guys watch Trogly if you're not going to watch me, or watch Dovey Doss, or the Tone King, and I can just keep going, or Henning, or whatever, right? We'll just keep going. I would rather watch that than go watch Will Smith or Shark Week or Jack Black, because that's the real competition on YouTube right now.
I just thought that was a beautiful analogy. Well said, Mr. McKnight. So if you're interested, please help rebuild his subscriber count if you liked his content previously. He's slightly under 3,000 subscribers, getting close to becoming monetized again. So give him a like, subscribe to his channel, and hopefully he can recover, because I couldn't imagine if this happened to me. But now for the other side of things. How did this happen to him? Was it just some random hacker that said, I'm gonna hack this guy's account? No. It's actually a scam that I was highly suspicious of, but I could not find records of it anywhere. So I hate that this guy had to be the example, but it did confirm for me that when I turned down a sponsorship offer because I thought it was sketchy, that it was the right thing. So how did this happen? In this particular video, about 15 minutes on the way through, he says that he thinks it happened during a sponsorship. A company called MuseX Pro contacted him, and they made him download their software from their website. And that's probably how they cookie grabbed him, hacked all his information to get into his account. I'd be very concerned about your credit card information as well. Anything you had stored on that computer, you might want to change all that stuff. I'm sure you've already done it though. And while most of my viewers are just, you know, viewers on YouTube, you're not even thinking about starting your own YouTube channel. The more and more subscribers you get, the more and more you get companies, and they ask you to advertise some weird stuff. And I've recently been partnering with some that make a little bit of sense. I know Raid Shadow Legends was kind of out there. Partnering with Positive Grid, that was good. Working with DistroKid, that was great, because Good Day's officially a thing now. Mellow Audio was another good one, and I've been doing that because they pay fairly well. I'm not going to tell you how much, but we're talking anywhere between $500 to about $2,000. And this year I'm really trying to build up my camera gear, maybe get a better backdrop, things like that to improve my channel. So I've been partnering with more and more of these things, and there was this particular one that rubbed me the wrong way. But here was the email that scared me, but was yet very enticing. It was called Game Gloom Official, but this seems to be the exact type of thing that this guy had happen to him. So the email read, "Good afternoon, I'm a representative of Gloom. Your YouTube channel has interested us and we want to buy ads from you. The company is ready to pay $2,000 for advertising their service. I think we will be interested in our offer because we work on a prepaid basis." Okay, as a YouTuber out there, I have yet to have somebody to come out and tell me what they will pay. It's usually kind of like a haggling game. They say, how much do you want? Because they want you to undervalue your service. So basically it tells me about some video game thing, and I didn't really want to promote this company, but $2,000, that would buy me a whole entire new camera and just completely up the value of my productions. And when I can work these sponsorships into my unboxing episodes, I don't think it's that bad for the viewers. I don't think it's that bad for me. If you don't like the products, just know that I'm investing that money directly back into the channel, whether that be with new gear or hiring somebody to help me get more consistent uploads at a regular time, you know, instead of 1 in the morning. So I asked them if they had a website that I could check out or any links to their products. That was also kind of suspicious that they didn't send that in their opening email. So I got them to give me their URL because I could not find this via Google. That was something else that kind of creeped me out. Because you Google it in there and there's nothing. And you see all this right here? That wasn't there when I was doing this. You wouldn't find anything searching for Game Gloom. So my guess is they just make a new company every time that one gets exposed, so definitely be very careful, YouTubers. But what happened when you went onto that website, because I've already cleared my cookies and changed all my passwords and stuff from then, it looked fairly basic but still pretty professional, and it said that it was coming soon to the app stores, like all of them, but the only one that you could currently download it to was the PC. Which I'm using a Mac anyways, so I don't even think I could have downloaded it if I had wanted to. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt because they were playing this like they were a brand new company. They're willing to pay this much money just to get the exposure. And I'm always cool with doing that, but I kind of dig into these guys a little bit more. So I asked them a little bit more about their service and how my viewers would benefit from this. Like, is there something that we could give away? Because that's the way I prefer to do featured content like this. And I asked them if there were any other YouTubers that had promoted this content previously. And then they provided me with a special code that they said, go ahead and download it, put it into that system, just to check to make sure it works. And then they would go ahead and send the money. But I was really busy. I was working with a bunch of other legit companies at this point in time, so I kind of let this one slide down because it was just giving me these weird vibes. But then they started getting really pushy, like, have you had an opportunity to check out that promotional code yet? And I would like to hear your answer. And then when I told them, yeah, I'm kind of busy, they're like, okay, no problem. But then another day, they're like, hey, you still willing to do this? They were just waiting for me to download it. And then whenever I work with companies, I imagine myself as a part of that company. So I started giving them business advice. It's like, dude, your product's not fully launched because you can't download it at the App Store. That's the only way you could know if you could semi-what trust something, because either Google or Apple would have had to have verified them to be on there. So I told them that they should just wait until all the platforms had been approved so they could get the most conversions out of paying me $2,000 to advertise on my show. And then they came back and said that they also think that's a good idea, but their boss said, let's just do it now. But they were basically telling me as soon as I put that promotional code in and download it, payment will come to me within 30 minutes. I think that would be their payday within 30 minutes. So that just seemed really strange to me. So we kind of talked back and forth a little bit more. I started to question them on a few things, like right here. They tried to tell me why they don't show up in a Google search. And then when they could tell that I was kind of backing out, that's when they started sending me links that would directly put me to that download. So I was literally one click away from losing my YouTube channel and like my entire online life. I am so happy I did not click on this, and I feel badly for Kennis that he fell victim to something very similar. So that's my scary tale to share to you guys. I mean, I'm sure I could have rebuilt my channel from the ground up, but once you get a channel that's so big, has so many subscribers, YouTube is definitely a lot kinder to you. They suggest your content, it gets shared a lot more often. So best of luck to you, Mr. Russell, in rebuilding your YouTube channel, and hopefully this helps you a little bit. I don't know if anybody else has done a dedicated upload to your situation here, but I thought I could help you out and share my story of how I almost lost my YouTube account. So if you get nothing else from this video, definitely help out Kennis. He lost his channel in an unjust way, and I feel badly for him. I'll put all his links in the description. And secondly, if you're a YouTuber, be careful of who you partner with. I don't want to hear any more stories about people's YouTube channels being hijacked and deleted, because that's just wrong. That's like murder. You can check out this video to see more of what happened to his account. Essentially, after they had hacked it, they sold it to someone who then uploaded a bunch of copyrighted material, and that's why the channel was then taken down. But whoever owned the account made a bunch of money off of it before it was taken down.